Hi everybody, thanks for joining me for another tutorial in Melinda's Rubber Room. I'm Melinda Pierce and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here today to show you how to make this fun fold out card. So you can see how it kind of goes together that way. This was a Zoom class that I did a few weeks ago, and this was the card that I made actually during the Zoom class. This is the version that I did. So I'm going to do one similar to this today. So I'm bringing in my cardstock here. That's not the right one. It's this one here. Okay, so we have a piece of base cardstock, and this measures 4.5 by 11, and it's scored at 2 3/4 and 5.5. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold on those score lines, like so. So it's a mountain fold and then a valley fold. I'm going to bring in my bone folder just to reinforce those score lines. And then we have our couple of pieces of matte cardstock and designer series paper. And let me see if I can find all the pieces here. Okay, so we have 2 pieces of matte cardstock, and these measure 5/8 by 4 1/8. That's what those are. And those are going to go right in those sections there. And then we have a piece of cardstock that measures 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. So this is, I used Daffodil Delight and Granny Apple Green on this green cardstock. And I have a couple of pieces of designer series paper, and those are going to go right there. This designer series paper is called Meandering Meadows, and it is an online exclusive. It has gorgeous watercolor type Monet inspired drawings. So I had cut those 2 pieces out together. Let's see, those pieces measure 2.5 by 4. So let me go ahead and put those pieces together first. At our bottom strip here, we do need to put a piece of white cardstock here. So that's just slightly smaller than that green piece. So that would be, let's see, 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. Okay, so now we have a piece of cardstock that measures 1 1/4 by 11, and it's scored at 2 3/4 and 5.5. So those score lines are the same as the front of the card. And we're just going to fold that as a mountain fold and then a valley fold. And that is just going to go right across the bottom like so. So what I like to do is just kind of fold it all together, make sure it's all going to fit nicely. That looks fine. And I can see that I need to put my my tab here all the way to the left hand side and all the way to the right hand side for that to lay down flat. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some glue. This time I'm going to put it right here so I don't put too much glue on my tab itself, because you only want to glue down that portion of the tab. So I'm just going to take my tab and put that right back down there and secure that glue. And then I'm just going to go ahead and open this up. And I know that I only want this portion of my tab to be glued down, so I'm just going to take my glue and put that down. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold this back up again, make sure everything's lined flat, and adhere that side with the glue down. That way I know that everything on my card is going to fold up nice and flat, and then I can open it up like that. Okay, so I have my designer series paper cut for these sections here. So this one is going to go here, and these two are going to go here. And these pieces measure 1 1/8 by 2 5/8. That's these two pieces. So you need two pieces that measure 1 1/8 by 2 5/8, and one piece that measures 1 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue those down. Okay, so now I can see that it's all going to fold up for me. I've already die cut some pieces out and colored them in. These pieces are all from the Garden Meadow, which is also from the online exclusives. And you can see those on my online store at melindapierce.stampinup.net. So this Garden Meadows is actually made to coordinate with the Meandering Meadows Designer Series paper. So I'm just going to go ahead and see how I like this placement. I'm going to do it similar to this one, but I have a couple different die cuts. So this one here is kind of fun. I think I might add that just to break up some of that brown on there. So I need to glue that down first. It's kind of fun to find different ways to decorate these strips. You can get really creative with doing balloons or for birthdays or just about any occasion you can use this card for. So you can get really different looks with it. Okay, so it's going to go like that. You want to just make sure when you're gluing these down that you're not putting glue where it's going to transfer onto this back piece, because that will glue your card shut if you do that. Okay, so that's going to fold out like that. I'm going to put a couple of these little flowers down here. Like so. I'm going to tuck these down behind like I did on my other one, just so they kind of pop out. And every once in a while, you're going to want to close up your card to make sure everything folds down. And you can see that with this one, it's facing forward here, but when I close it, it's facing backwards. So I'm just going to cover that up with another flower here. Like that. And I think I'll stick one right there. And a couple more. I think I'll put those on this side as well. All right, so there's that completed card. All I need is a little greeting on that. I think I'm going to keep it blank for now, just so I can figure out what I want to use it for in the future. But you can see here I just made it say just a card to say hello, and folds out like that. And this one again was the Born to Ride, and it opens like that, so you have room to write on here as well. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video and learned something new. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. You could also visit me on my Facebook page at Melinda's Rubber Room, where I post all of the information for my upcoming Zoom sessions, which are free classes that I offer on Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to noon Pacific time. All right, hope you have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.